So, guys, welcome to Star Trek Sucks. But if you look at the artwork, of course, it's Paramount Plus Star Trek Sucks. And it's taken a lot for me. I think it's taken a lot for me to do a video like this since, first and foremost, I'm a Star Trek fan. Started watching at 4 years old. I remember the first episode, Squire of Gothos. I remember the first scene. Trelane is dancing with the yeoman. He's playing the harpsichord and then he's dancing with the yeoman. So remember that very well. Then later, I wrote for Star Trek. I wrote for Star Trek The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. I wrote a book about Star Trek. And I've written probably maybe 200 or 300 articles on Star Trek, hundreds of articles. And now I've made hundreds of YouTube videos on Star Trek. So for me to do a video like this, I think, there's no way around it. It was Section 31. Section 31, by all admission from Alex Kurtzman and all the creatives, Paramount, I guess Michelle Yeoh as well, though she's the actress, she's not, a writer or producer, they have proudly said how much it is different from Star Trek. I read an article just yesterday. Alex Kurtzman says it's sort of like a Clint Eastwood movie, almost like a spaghetti western, I guess he's saying. The old, I love them, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and, for a few dollars more, all his sort of spaghetti westerns. And then he did a lot of American westerns too. So I guess that tone, that sort of gritty tone they were, hoping for with Section 31, what they got by all critic and fans, and it's very rare for Star Trek, Star Wars, MCU, for any big franchise where the fans and the critics are in complete agreement that if you wanted to make a film for Star Trek fans, you failed in that regard. And I guess they're proud of that. They kind of say that. If you wanted to make it, like Kurtzman says, like a kind of a Clint Eastwood spaghetti western in space, I would argue that failed pretty miserably. I watched it. There was some okay moments. Special effects, the sets and the costumes, awesome. They were. I got to be fair. But the story, the writing, the dialogue, the characters, just completely sort of lackluster or aimless. And it was supposed to, Section 31 was supposed to be a series, a TV show. And they abandoned that. And then they said, let's make it into, I think, a feature film. And then they said, no, let's make it streaming for Paramount Plus. And that, of course, is sort of that, that recipe and that strategy today. Your strategy, your marketing strategy and your content strategy is to say, how can we boost, uplift our subscriber base on your streaming platform? Max, Netflix, Paramount Plus, you know, pick your Peacock, wherever you want more and need more TV shows and films. So, you know, this sucks, Paramount Plus Star Trek, because I didn't like Discovery. Picard had some mild, I know they say Star Trek season 3, Picard season 3 is, I gave that a shot. I watched most of it. I think I have 2 episodes left. Still, I mean, it is better, I would say, comparable comparatively to Discovery. I am curious though about Starfleet Academy. Paul Giamatti, one of my favorite actors. Holly Hunter, great. Like, so there's a real Bob Picardo, Robert Picardo coming back. There's a real great casting in that. But a lot of people already is saying it's going to be sort of like, Beverly Hills 90210, very soapy. Melrose Place in space, Star Trek Melrose Place. So we'll see. Remains to be seen. I'll give it a shot. But for right now, and when they say Prodigy or Lower Decks, I love animation, but I don't consider that really Star Trek. It's diverting. It's well done, maybe. I don't like Lower Decks or Prodigy was, I mean, maybe I should give that a second chance or look, but I did not like Lower Decks. So, and again, I don't. You look at that as being a true supplement or continuation of Star Trek? Nah. Even Gene Roddenberry back in the day with the animated series, he was on record saying it's not canon. He doesn't consider it official. You can disagree with him. I love the animated series, true, because they did bring back pretty much, all the cast and a lot of the writers. But, that's kind of a piss poor way of saying Star Trek is back. because it's, Prodigy and Lower Decks, you know. So Strange New Worlds. I forgot about Strange New Worlds. Very well done, but it's just, it's Star Trek. It's just basically what Gene Roddenberry created, and with some new bells and whistles and some new characters. It's no deviation. It's like a recycled, original series in many ways. So I can't really give them that because I don't consider that Paramount Star Trek. That is recycled, revamped Gene Roddenberry, even say Gene Kuhn, DC Fontana. The people who creatively charged the original series, that's their show too, in a new package. So, but what do you think? You know, Give us, grace us with your comments and your feedback. That's why the channel is in its existence in many ways. We want to know what you think, so give us some feedback. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you're subscribing. See you soon.